total industry volume should be EV cars. So it is a very profound and frontier target, but how is the react, like the react of the customers? Can they acceptance for this tendency, about the cost, about the expense, about the usefulness, and also on the other hand for the vehicles companies, how their attitudes towards this tendency. The second brand is Tesla, the third one and the fourth one is BMW and Mercedes-Benz. But when we move to 2024, the first one, the champion, and the second one is the same BYD and Tesla. But Mercedes-Benz have already lost their market share, and the Zeekr. Zeekr is a China electric vehicle brand, which the stakeholders is Geely. As you guys maybe know, Geely acquired and merged the Volvo like a few years ago. And when we look to this year, you can see the first one is BYD as well, but the second one already become Proton. And the third one is a Zeekr. And Tesla and BMW is gradually lose their market shares. So that could be interesting. That could be an interesting phenomenon. This is approximately their price. So I'm not sure if you guys have that such a money, so will you spend that for EV cars or probably a second-hand Maserati something? EA part is more linked with the company part. So for the EA model, it's required the input elements and the output elements. So for the input, I just put as expense spending R&D and market expense, or maybe administrative expense. For the output, I put like the market satisfaction and the sales volume. So maybe it's not very mature. Maybe I will try to modify this future. So the interesting is like here. You can see for Zeekr, the research and development expense is like 30 million USD, but for the market expense, it's approximately 3 times higher. But it does make worse because we see before the table. As for the customer side, we believe that the perception of safety impact the attitudes to electric vehicles, and the perceptions of expense is very closely linked with customers' feeling of effectiveness. And for the company side, it's like BYD is the benchmark and the most cost-effective brand now in Malaysia. And the traditional Europe brand, they are facing a transition and challenge how to cope with this problem. And the contribution, I believe, in my articles is like, the first one is they demonstrate like there is a mismatch between Malaysian customers and suppliers. So for the result we get is the safety and expense is more important. But the problem is we already witnessed a lot of accident of BYD in China, like the lithium battery is not very stable. It burning and release like some toxic emission something, but it's still very popular in Malaysia. So what kind of things behind that cause this paradox? And people maybe believe that Tesla has a game theory. The game theory means like, will you like continue focus on the low market and focus on the quantity, or you just try to do the transformation and shift to the high market, focus on the quality? So that could be a more interesting